affirmation that we're using for today's message is, I am a channel for divine order and perfect harmony. Divine order and harmony are fundamental to New Thought, and we don't see them as often as we used to, but they're alive and well in the teaching. And so this morning we're going to talk a little bit about divine order and harmony, but perfect harmony, and how it affects our lives and how it can be applied to our lives. The question that you may ask yourself this week is, what do I get upset about? How many of you get upset? We all get upset over a variety of different things. It may be people, it may be events, it may be circumstances, it may be any number of things that we get upset about. Whatever it is that you get upset about, and whenever you get upset, we invite you to use this affirmation. The affirmation is, I am a channel for divine order and perfect harmony. I tend to be an orderly person. I tend to keep things really shoved in drawers so it looks neat and clean. But life is sometimes messy, and some of us don't live in an environment of order all of the time. But divine order is a teaching and an understanding about the reality of life beyond that which we see. Beyond that which we see. So how many of you have had teenagers or children in your household? If you haven't, how many of you were once children yourself? And if you were, you probably didn't do a great job of taking care of your room. And some of us, as we get a little older, don't do any better. You know, we put things here and we put things there. And everything is kind of in a wonderful sense of chaos. And that's the environment in which we live. And seemingly in the world today, we live in a world where divine order or order isn't really seen. We see all kinds of things in the news about what's going on in the world, and we decide, well, that's not very orderly. It's not very orderly. But the reality is that there is divine order in the universe, in your life, and everywhere that you are, and even in that bedroom full of socks and underwear and all the rest of it. But most of us have a lot of clutter and clamor and disorder. Where? In our minds. Yeah, in our minds. And when we're cluttered up there, what happens? You get the same thing at home. You get all this stuff, and you just shove it in there, and you kind of keep it there. And there's no room for anything else. And pretty soon, that's all you see. That's all you feel. I've always been a clean desk guy. So every day when I finish wherever I am, wherever my office happens to be, I take everything and I stack it up and I put it in the drawer. You thought I was kidding, huh? I shove it in the drawer and I close the door and I put it there, because if I come into the office, and I've always been this way, if I come into the office and the office looks like a mess and my desk has a lot of things on it, then I have a different feeling than if I come in and there's nothing on the desk. Nothing on the desk. Now I know there are things in the drawer, and I know that those things have to be done, but I see the desk. I see it. And in our minds, we are called to see divine order in the midst of every circumstance and situation. Divine order, operating always and everywhere, just like good, just like prosperity, just like health, all of the principles operating always and everywhere. The other word that we don't use very much anymore, I put perfect harmony, but it's just harmony. What's harmony in music? It sounds good, right? It goes. It's harmonious. It's balanced. It's the way it's supposed to be. That harmony comes out of his mind and out of his being into the action of putting his fingers on those keys, because that's what he does. Harmony. How harmonious is your life? How harmonious is your view of life? How harmonious is everything around you? The way that we think, despite appearances, the way that we think is key and fundamental to our success and our ability to live a Christ-like life. You know, Jesus Christ was a great modeler of metaphysical, practical spirituality, and his ability to be serene, to believe in divine order and harmony in the midst of every circumstance and situation. Remember when he came into Jerusalem before Holy Week? Riding, the movies have made it really big, with the palms and all that, and the big music. But we can just see him from our scripture lessons when we were in Sunday school, that he was serene and peaceful when all of this was going around. All of these things were happening. Divine order and perfect harmony. To see it despite appearances to the contrary. Wouldn't it be great if your life was filled with divine order and perfect harmony? Wouldn't that be great? You know what? It is. The reality is that it's there. It's below the surface. It can't be seen sometimes, but it is there. It's like the presence of God. It's like substance. You know, remember the word substance? Right. Put your hands up, everybody up, pull them down on your lap. And what did you just pull down? Substance, invisible substance. That's ideas, that's anything and everything that you want is invisible substance. And it's all around us, the solution to every problem, all of the answers to the difficulties and challenges that you have, all of your prosperity, all of your health, all of those things are around us all the time. But in order to have them fully manifest in our lives, we have to see them before they are present, if in fact we don't see them with our eyes. Some people can see them despite appearances to the contrary. In other words, they can see the mess and see it neat. You know what you do when you have a teenager? You say, come in here and get this straightened up. So then you get it put together. But if you see it in your mind's eye and allow your mind to operate in that way, always and everywhere, with everything that upsets you, then wonderful and magnificent things will happen in your life, because you'll be able to claim the reality and the truth of that which is. That which is. It's already here. Divine order is already here. Perfect harmony is already here. Peace is already here. Prosperity is already here. Health is already here, despite appearances to the contrary. And if we claim that reality in every aspect of our lives, this teaching becomes practical and alive, and it is useful, and it can be proven over and over again. The good news is that you are filled with divine order. You are surrounded with divine order. You are in the midst of divine order, just like the oxygen in the air here that you can't see. And divine order is all around you, and all you need to do is have the ability to know that it's there, despite appearances to the contrary. And perfect harmony is around. All those inharmonious relationships, all of those difficulties, all of those challenges, there is perfect harmony. And the good news is that as we become aware of the teaching and the truth, as we apply it to our daily lives, and as we use it in our reflections to recondition and change the way that we think, we are able to change the quality of our life. You are a channel for divine order and perfect harmony. That has not only to do with your life, it has to do with the lives of everyone you come in contact with. You are a channel. It is flowing out from you. And this teaching is only useful if it can be applied to your life, be made meaningful to your life, and improve your life, and then you can share it by allowing it to flow out to those around you. So this week, when you look into your life and you ask yourself several times, what do I get upset about? You might write down the things that you get upset about. You know, it's really helpful to write things down. So you might want to get a piece of paper and write down the things that upset you. And as you write down the things that upset you, then allow yourself to move into those people or events or circumstances and see divine order and perfect harmony, despite appearances to the contrary. So this is an exciting week, because this week you get to solve all the upsets in your life, and you get to claim divine order, and you get to hear all that harmonious music all the time.